Hey class, welcome to week 3. This is our first week getting into Illustrator. So you can again follow week 3. It'll tell you when your due dates are and let you know exactly what's due this week. So if you come over here, you can see that you have your first due date, you have an Illustrator worksheet due. Your second due date is you do have an icon set. So we'll go over those right now. Just to walk you through so you know exactly what's expected of you. For your Illustrator worksheet, again, there's some Adobe software options for you. Again, make sure that you have access to a computer with Adobe Illustrator. I know a few of you reached out to me, you're still having issues with Adobe, or you have maybe like an old laptop that's not compatible with the Adobe programs. That's fine. You are welcome to use the lab that does have the Adobe program. So you can't really use the lack of having Adobe on your computer to get out of this assignment. You still need to do it by the due date on Wednesday. So that being said, make sure if you do want it on your own laptop, your own computer, and you're still having issues, make sure you reach out to me. And again, you can find Adobe information. I can kind of show you where the other spot to find that is too. Make sure you get that done, especially download the Illustrator. Otherwise, make sure you can go to the Mac Lab. Again, you're going to be downloading this Illustrator worksheet file. If you open it up and you are still having issues with it, you can try downloading it on a different browser or email me and maybe I can send you a direct file or something like that. Make sure you download it, you unzip it, and then you just follow along with these worksheet walkthrough videos. Each of these will open up to a new video where it kind of shows you how to do things in the Illustrator. One thing I will say about this worksheet is it's kind of like a give me points. If you complete the assignment, you can get 100% on it pretty easily. You just have to make sure that you're actually doing the assignment and you're completing the assignment. So make sure you do it well. And let me think if I have any other tips there. Yeah, just have it look compatible to what he's showing you in the video and you should be fine with your worksheet. Again, if you have any issues, I do have office hours on Wednesday. So if you start working on it today and you realize that you need some more help with certain parts of the assignment, you're always welcome to stop by anytime Wednesday from, I believe, 3 to 5. And I can help you with any portions of this that you can't get. So that is due on Wednesday. And then we have a fun project that we're going to start working on. It's the icon set. So if you come over here, you can kind of review and see what exactly this fun project is. So this week we're going to start working on icons. Let me see, maybe my computer is going slow. Great. There's 2 parts of every project, and again, we'll walk through this in class on Friday, but you have a project report. So this is the thing that you have to start on first before you even start on any other portions of your project. So your project report, you just have to do part 1 with your draft, and you can find that information here. You're just doing part 1. So for your audience, you're going to be telling me who your audience is. You're going to be describing your audience here. Again, you can read all this information here. Make sure you're not targeting everyone with your audience. Then you need to think about what message you're trying to send, and you're going to be writing about that there. You're also going to be inserting sketches. So before you even start working on it in Illustrator, make sure you sketch it out on pen and paper first, pencil and paper too, right? So for your icon set, you're doing 3 variations of 4 icons because if you come over here, you can kind of see what the project is, and you have to have 4 to 6 original icons. So you're going to be doing sketches here, and you actually are going to be inserting a copy of your sketches here. So take a picture with your phone. You can also scan your photos or your sketches that you're working on and put them there too. Make sure you insert your sketches so you don't miss points there. I do have some people who just don't put sketches there and they do miss points on their project report. So don't miss out on points there. You don't have to worry about typography yet for this assignment. You also are going to be inserting a screenshot of your color scheme here. So make sure you do that too to get those points. And then you're just writing a brief color strategy. What made you decide to use those colors? Was it because you chose cool colors because you wanted to have a more calming effect? Did you choose cool and warm colors because you wanted to have a nice contrast? Did you choose, like, you just are telling me why you chose those colors. Again, you can read through this. If you have to do any attribution, this is where you put it. But since you don't, you won't be, you have to create everything originally yourself. You don't have to worry about that for this assignment. And then you also are going to be posting on VoiceThread. So you remember the intro videos we did it on VoiceThread. This week for your draft, you're going to be uploading your draft to VoiceThread, and then once that is there, you're going to be inserting a screenshot of your initial voice post right here, VoiceThread post here. And then you're done. So that's part one of your project report. Again, before you even start working on your project, make sure you filled that part one part out. And then over here, you're going to be designing it and then submitting it. And let's review the project first before we even talk about that. So you're asked by your employer to create an icon set for a topic of your choosing. So basically you are just choosing whatever topic you want. And these icons need to be consistently designed, but each icon should clearly communicate a single message. So I'm not going to worry so much about these, but you can look at different examples and kind of get an idea of what icon sets are. There's also past student work here that you can click on. There's Pinterest examples. Basically, you're just trying to find something that you think is fun. Again, think of if you're into sports or you really like flowers or things like that, and you're going to be inputting them here, or not here, but you're going to be working on them for your project. So you can look at these examples over here of what past students have done. Again, here's some more, these are like more professionally done icons that you can look at. Again, make sure that you're just referencing icons. You're not actually trying to copy any that they have done. And let's see. So again, an icon is just something basic. It's like a basic illustration that you're doing to like have a message and you're trying to have a certain theme. For example, like Star Wars or anything like that. So you can look at these for examples. And right here is where you can see what your expectations are. So the minimum requirements for your project are you have to use Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator to do it. You need to have 4 to 6 original icons. Make sure they don't have any symbols or wording or anything like that. Let's see. I would always recommend starting with 6, and I'll tell you guys why in class, but basically make sure you guys are doing, I'd probably suggest starting with 6 again, but you need 4 to 6 original icons. Make sure that all of it is original work. You're not trying to copy anyone else's icons that they've already done. Each icon needs to communicate a single message, so it needs to all be consistently designed and be part of the same theme. And make sure you don't use any text, gradients, drop shadows, pixels, or raster effects when you're doing it. And again, we'll go over this again in class on Friday, but in case anyone's missing that, make sure you don't add any drop shadows or anything like that. And then just for your project, make sure with your draft, you're turning in part 1 like we just went over for your report, and turn a PDF version of your draft and a PDF of this project report. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Google Docs, how you do a PDF or even like working on it, you have to come over here and you have to make a copy first of whatever so you can actually edit it, because this is like a master copy. So make sure you come over and make a copy, and then when you have your copy and you've written on it and everything, you can come over here and it says download as, and you can just download it as a PDF. Okay, make sure you do both of those when you're submitting it. And again, if you need any help, always start with your project. Think about what you want to do first. Like, think of something that you'd want to spend hours and hours working on. Is there a topic that you think would be really fun to work on? And I would suggest doing that first. Again, we'll cover more questions if you have them on class on Friday. But for those of you who want to start working on it first, make sure you for sure start working on this project report before class, so then you can come prepared and ready to learn. I think that's it for this week. So if you guys have any questions, again, email me. Come see me Wednesday from 3 to 5. And yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of your week.